The notion that one's fortune is tied to the corporation for whom she works is a new phenomenon when reviewing the history of the world's economy. The Industrial Revolution kicked this premise off a little over 200 years ago, and it gained steam in the late 20th century as mass production and mass distribution became practical. Yet this period represents a small blip in the history of work. Prior to the emergence of the modern corporation, economic activity was centered on the independent provider, the one-man shop, the artisan, or the family farmer. In fact, at the turn of the 20th century, almost half of the compensated US workforce was self-employed. Improvements in technology and communication are bringing us back to our past by enabling a new wave of entrepreneurial workers to thrive as digital artisans. A large and growing segment of workers realizes that their employability is no longer tied to a corporation, but instead it hinges on the number and depth of skills they possess. Why is this? The Great Recession of the last 10 years caused a dramatic shift in how workers view their career path. Workers' trust of companies has never been lower, and for good reasons, as millions of employees lost their jobs. These experiences and the continued economic instability are changing workers' attitudes and behavior, particularly for those entering the workforce in the last 10 years. In short, income security has replaced job security as their goal. Diversifying income sources with multiple clients is viewed as more secure than a solitary employer. Most entering the workforce today are in a tenuous position. We are in a period of technology-driven disruption in which the half-life of skills is less than 2 years for some technical competencies. Fortunately, those entering the workforce have some advantages. My fellow speakers have detailed the virtues of online learning communities in much more detail, but suffice it to say, the proliferation and access to quality education is one of the biggest opportunities to improve global employability and GDP. However, a big question remains. How do educators and workers know the right skills to teach and learn? Skills that will enable the workforce to be competitive and sought after in the global economy. Fortunately, there's a solution for skill discovery too. The growth of professional social networks like LinkedIn and online marketplaces like Upwork enable workers, educators, and policymakers to identify the skills most needed in the digital world. For over a decade, Upwork has provided a business-to-business marketplace that enables businesses of all sizes to find the specialized skills they need to compete in the global economy. Businesses turn to marketplaces when they need a skill that they do not have in-house for a particular project. With over 3,500 skills being tracked daily and 3 million jobs posted annually, online marketplaces arguably provide the most actionable real-time insight into the skills and demand in the world. The demand for these skills can change very rapidly. A great example is when Apple introduced its Swift programming language. Immediately after the announcement, very few developers possessed this skill worldwide. And without having access to this talent locally, businesses turned to freelance websites seeking entrepreneurs who were the first to master Swift. With access to Swift training online, many programmers were able to educate them to secure Swift jobs at a much higher pay rate. But not everyone is a mobile programmer. So I want to leave you with a story about Mariana Morales. Mariana is the founder of Dogma Marketing, a freelance creative agency. She first started freelancing in a challenging part of her life. She had moved to Colombia from Venezuela with her husband and was unable to find a job. Facing a lack of economic prospects locally, she went on to Upwork and started bidding for writing projects in areas where she had expertise. While using Upwork, she noticed that many businesses were seeking writing skills for which she had little experience and design skills for which she had no training. To meet this opportunity, Mariana took on small writing projects and new topics to expand her writing portfolio, and she started recruiting a team of designers to help her win larger projects. Dogma Marketing is now a global digital marketing agency with a team of 25. Mariana is just one example of a new type of entrepreneur who is embracing the freelance economy. Freelancers who are cultivating specialties and forming teams to let them earn more than ever before. By tapping into the skills data that is available across talent platforms today, workers can focus their efforts on the right skills which will enable them to demonstrate their expertise in a global marketplace. Thank you.
Muchas gracias.